What's up?
What's up?
What's going on? Welcome back.
Beyond the Diamond podcast live show here at here in the dungeon,
Here in the dungeon.
the HQ.
We should be preparing.
Is anybody even watching?
Should be going to Minute Maid Park right now, but
Yeah,
you know
well,
what? Life
baseball's
happens.
dead.
Baseball's dead.
Worst
Yeah.
possible outcome. We teased it.
We were literally like, we got to prepare ourselves mentally a month ago that this was going to be the outcome, but
The
so weird. World Series didn't
the
happen.
World
this year.
Series that nobody wanted, and that's the title,
Back-to-back
Josh?
years.
Yeah.
Back-to-back
seriously.
years. What did we do? We wanted 22 just to have
Yeah.
this happen back-to-back years. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
You're back though. That's huge.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? Yeah, we're
How's-
here.
How was your hiatus? Your IL stint? Everything.
It was
everything
good. I'm trying to think of the last time I was here. Oh yeah, because I had some couple procedures done. That's right. Yeah, I forgot.
You're on the IL.
Last time you were here, Astros were playing baseball.
Yeah, well, they're not anymore. Man,
They
dude.
were. Oh man. Hey, it's funny. It's funny.
Is it?
It's funny that there's not your IL stint. It's funny. It's funny that there's a whole Apple TV production for this
Oh,
World Series all of a
yeah,
sudden.
huh?
Weird.
Now-
Weird,
now all
I-
of a sudden, we put money into
Not-
baseball. Huh?
Not that we know anything about production on that level, but kind of dipping our toe in that world.
Mhm.
That takes months.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I'm just
maybe not
Takes-
months, but for sure before the playoffs even started, for sure.
My question is, how many Goldilocks balls are going to be used?
Oh.
in this World Series?
I mean, do we take every over until we're
Yeah.
proven wrong?
every
right?
game's
Yes.
going to be 8-7.
Yes.
9 to.
It's gonna
6.
be game 5 all over. It's gonna be 13,
Yeah.
12 games.
It's gonna be
and-
13,
yeah.
12.
This is a wet dream for Manfred and all
Oh,
his
dude.
cronies. And
Manfred, when he saw this lineup, oh my God, he probably smacked one out like 3 times. Dude.
he did when the Astros were eliminated.
Oh yeah,
No,
100%.
definitely.
By AJ
Ugh.
Hinch at Minute Maid Park.
Ugh.
Oh, dude, he loved every
Ugh.
second of it. Yeah,
Ugh.
it sucks, man. Like I said it on the radio show this morning. Like I'm burnt out on baseball, and I think I'm burnt out because like the Astros aren't even around. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I've had an October to do like nothing.
I was about to ask. What have you done the last 3 weeks?
Coach and work.
Josh, what have you done?
That's it.
Watch movies and
You've been watching.
and
You watched The
dude,
Godfather the first time.
I
I was
did, I did.
very proud.
Yeah, I was just
What
watching.
have you done besides go to UT games?
Yeah. There's this thing called TikTok.
It's a-
By the amount
download
of TikToks you've been sending,
I've
you're-
been
yeah,
my
yeah.
TikTok levels, but kind of the nature of the algorithm. Somehow I got stuck on like
Uh-oh.
no, not even I got stuck on sad shit, dude. I got stuck on like people like with the voiceover. All dogs go to heaven, and they have their dog,
Oh
and
my
I'm just sitting there.
God,
fu-
dude.
I'm crying.
Oh
I
my
don't.
God, dude.
I
I've
may
had
be
a couple of
depressed
those.
just from that because
the-
I like every
Put
single
the
day.
phone down and play with your actual dog.
Dude.
I do. I'm crying
It's the
watching it,
saddest
and I'm
thing
crying
ever.
with my dogs. That's what the
It's
Astros
the
done to me.
Saddest thing
It
ever,
is
dude.
so
I've-
sad.
I've had a couple of those
Oh.
come across my For You page, and it makes me walk over to my
Oh.
dogs as they're snoring on their dog
Yes,
cot.
I
and
wake
just
them
hug
up. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
like I wake them up and I hug
Yes.
them.
I've been
'Cause I've
reading.
got older dogs. Oprah's 15 and
Yeah.
Dodger's 13.
Yeah.
It's sad as shit when you see those TikToks. But then I'm like, I could never film that.
I could never film that either.
I would be fucking devastated filming that.
Yes. I'm
But
I'm
damn.
crying. Also the other side too is like I've been reading a lot, like on book 4 of Harry Potter. Just been reading, just grinding away.
fucking
That's
nerd.
what the Astros have done.
That's what I've done.
Yeah, fucking
That's what I've
nerd.
done. I have been watching a lot of Juan Soto at bats because that guy just fucking rakes, dude.
Dude, he's
Oh
gonna
my
make
God.
500 million.
For sure.
Oh,
Remember
I'm
that
thinking
podcast we
650.
did like
I think
2.5,
650.
3 years ago, where we were talking about he's going to make.
I think we said
500
like
million?
400, like 400 or 500.
We were
million at
talking
the time.
between 4 and
4
500.
and 5.
I
right?
think it's
gonna be
north.
probably more now.
I think it's
for
over
sure,
600.
It's fucking crazy, dude. He's so good.
Who do you think's shelling it out?
Probably the Yankees.
They'd be stupid not to.
Yeah.
They're you're the Yankees.
Right.
This is the biggest free agent almost. I mean, other than Otani.
Who else can afford that besides the Dodgers?
The
Unless they
Mets?
defer. Yeah, the Mets. They were pretty electric for a while until they them and the Guardians in their championship series look like fucking little league teams, booting balls around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
the moment
what-
was
what-
too big.
You know, like
Moment was
dropping
too
fly
big.
balls in the infield.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the big thing with Soto and his contract is he's been very adamant. It was like, I'm doing it for everyone else, like coming after me. Like, and we talked about it on the show, like even we'll jump into the Breggs conversation. Like, these players have a duty to themselves and their family, but also everyone else at the position and everyone else behind them. Like,
Yeah.
you can't take a deal, let's just say math. If I'm worth on paper 500 million, I only take a deal for 300 million. I just screwed everyone behind me. Like, because everyone expects you to get that 500 million, so then you could maybe get up to that 300 million, or
300
Josh could get
million,
up to 4. Like,
Yeah.
but if I'm going lower, then now it's putting a cap on everything. So he's gonna do what has to be done. It's gonna be a big number.
Yeah.
But there's one thing good coming out of this craziness of Dodgers and Yankees. One is I have the Dodgers in 5, and we can jump into it. But it also, like, shout out to them when they do win. They get off the Mickey Mouse allegations.
Yeah,
they
do.
finally
They're
get
gonna be
a World
legit
Series.
World Series.
And 2, the value of a pennant if the Dodgers win and the Yankees lose. The Yankee fans will be talking about this AL pennant for the next
Yeah.
20
Oh,
years.
yeah.
So
All of a
then I
sudden-
could be like, well, our 4 pennants
Yeah.
to your 1 pennant.
one, yeah.
So, like, the value of the pennant goes up.
Yep.
And if the Yankees win a World Series, then I'll be like, okay, well, still 2-1 in this little stretch.
I
but
think as Astro fans, I think
it's definitely my coping. But
I mean I haven't met a single one that isn't going for the Dodgers. I think it's pretty much all Dodgers.
I mean, if you ask Yankees Twitter, or Yankees content creators, they feel like they're the.
Those are the things that were the underdogs.
Oh yeah.
Are you
Yeah, they
serious?
do.
I mean,
Yeah.
Josh quote tweeted. I don't know who made it. They did like a whole Thanos
talking
bit.
Jake over there. At,
Oh, I didn't
at
see
Young
that.
Boy.
Did a
Yeah,
whole
I
whole
see that.
Thanos bit.
What a stupid. How are you the underdogs?
Yeah. Neither of these teams.
Neither team.
Neither team.
Neither
Yeah.
team. It's literally like if United States and Russia went to war and both the sides were like, well,
We're the underdogs.
we're the underdogs, and they're like, well,
No.
you have 500 nukes and we have 499. Like,
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
the real underdog?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the funny thing. Like Astros fans, other than maybe 2015 and 2017, after that, Astros fans were never like we're the underdogs.
Right.
We were never
No.
putting out things. So like
we were doing the opposite. We were saying
We're
the
fucking
the
Thanos.
AL runs through Houston.
Yeah.
Like,
I would say
have some
even
fucking confidence.
yeah.
even when they were considered underdogs, I would say 18 due to injuries
Sure.
and 21
21
Due to
definitely
injuries.
Due to injuries.
the mindset was still like
yeah, we weren't posting videos like they were like the little David.
David-
trying to
David
fight
Goliath,
over-
yeah.
Like, we
Yeah.
know.
yeah. And I think for me, like, unless there's high drama in the 7th, 8th, or 9th inning, that's the only time I'm going to tune in. I'll be a fair weather fan for sure
For sure. Yeah.
on this World
Ooh.
Series.
okay.
But the simple fact of Brian Cashman bringing up the Astros when they're like a couple of days away from playing in their first World Series since 2009. First of all, what a bitch move. And second of all, like, hey, Brian Cashman, what happened in 2019, 2021, 2022? Like, what happened in those ALCSs? You know what I mean? Like, what happened? So for that, for me, Dodgers in 4. But then
Wow.
but then also, I don't want Joe Kelly to win another
Yeah.
ring. He's
Yeah.
one of the
It's
biggest
awful.
douchebags of all time.
It's awful.
This
both
is how my
sides.
mindset is.
So give me Dodgers in 4. Fuck the Yankees and Brian Cashman.
the biggest week of your life in the last
Literally 15 years.
15 years. You bring it up yourself, and you're willing to die on that hill.
Yeah.
I almost respect it because you're just like
Well-
like you're that pot committed. You have to
Yeah.
do it. But
be-
2, like, the focus should not be on that. The focus, and even Kershaw chirping, it was like, I was like,
yeah,
you have
Kershaw.
Kershaw's not even like he's not even playing. I'm like, this is the biggest week that the Astros haven't even been in October over the last 9 years, and
Yeah.
yet you constantly bring him up. It feels good as a fan. Like I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, we are literally the boogeyman. You
For-
are Freddy. Who's the one that shows up in the nightmares?
Michael
Freddie.
Myers. Is it
Freddie?
Freddie?
Freddy's nightmares.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's
Michael
who the
Myers
Astros
is the
are.
suit.
Oh, that's right.
the mask.
But like for Brian Cashman, all he was asked for by Chris Mad Dog Russo was like, you guys have had a 15-year drought or whatever the question was about the ALCS
Yeah.
or the World Series.
Excuses.
Yeah. And he's just like, oh, well, I wouldn't say that there's a drought because, there was a team that was cheating or whatever he said. It's like, dude, all he asked you was like, basically like, how are you going to prove the doubters wrong? Essentially, like in the same sense. And he made it about the Astros, and I'm like, you're 2 days away from playing in the World Series against the Dodgers. Like, this is historic shit that we're about to watch. It's Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman
he should be
versus
talking
Garrett
about,
Cole, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton.
He should be talking about the past between the Yankees and Dodgers, and
Yeah.
like how big, like it's
How big of how historic it is that these two franchises, two of the biggest markets in all of sports, are about to collide in the World Series. Your ratings are going to be probably the best ratings of all time, and you want to bring up the Astros?
why you say
and
fuck
also,
me for?
and also when you know that your team was doing the same shit
Yeah,
Oh
in
yeah.
the same year.
Yeah.
Like, what? Do we forget about that?
Yeah.
God dang,
And
dude.
it's someone. It's like for us, it's a water on the bridge. I mean, 22 kind of brought that all home, but like, I just as a fan, as a content creator, as anything, as a human being, if the person in power of the team I enjoy watching is talking, like if Jeff did it, if Click did it, if Dana did it during the week of the World Series, I'd be like, oh, we're fucked.
Oh, so fucked.
Like, why is this the
100%.
concern? Like,
That's what
the,
we're talking
the
about.
focus should 100% be, and I get it. Like, if it's a media scrum on World Series Media Day where there's, and we've talked about it before. Like,
Yeah.
you talked about there's an entertainment guy from the LA Times that was at the World
Yeah,
Series
World
credential.
Series.
Like, those people would ask those dumbass
Yeah.
questions. But to be on Mad Dog Russo, who's adamantly for the last 7 years, be like, look, the Astros weren't the only ones doing it.
Right.
He's giving the Astros, especially for being a New York guy, giving the Astros, their flowers.
Yeah.
He didn't bring it up. So like, if as a fan, if the guy that is leading the team and calling all the shots is talking about someone else
talk
the
about
week of the World Series after it's been like 15 years or whatever it's
Talking
been,
about 2017.
I'm just like, what are we doing?
I
here?
did see. So I quote tweeted that video, and I got quite a bit of traction.
Yeah,
on it.
dude, you were getting in the mud a little bit, dude.
And I did see, like, I saw a couple Yankee fans bantering back and forth with a couple Astros fans, and those Yankee fans were like, "We love our Yankees, but this is such bullshit.
Yeah.
Why is
the
our
focus-
GM talking about the Astros in 2017? Yeah, you guys cheated, but there were other teams that were doing the same thing." And I'm like, yeah, it was the Yankees, it was the Dodgers, it was the Astros, it was the Red Sox. The Astros were the ones that got caught. Okay, we understand that. Like, we go back through all the history, and my favorite thing is like, oh, the players didn't get in trouble. They were promised amnesty by Rob Manfred. You got a
Mhm.
problem with that? Go talk to Rob Manfred.
The other thing was just like, it just upsets me talking about it because people are so dumb. People don't realize how unions work. Like,
There's that too.
there-
Yeah.
it's a union for a
There's a
reason.
players'
There's a union where there's a party line, and whatever is said, you don't do it, you don't cross it. And,
Yeah.
and if you go back to that time period, how quickly those players that were chirping the Astros when Correa was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then the next day, no one's had a
They stopped
response
talking.
because they stopped talking because the union was like, hey guys,
Hey, man.
Shut the fuck up.
shut the fuck
shut
up.
the fuck up.
There's
Shut
a
the
reason
fuck
why
up.
Fires is
It's-
ousted by
Yeah.
every player.
Yeah. And it's also, we can, we like to bitch about umpires. They have a union. That's
Yeah.
why they continue to get jobs. That's why it's a good thing to have a union. Same thing on the player side. You heard, who was it? God, who was it? Was it Joe Kelly? Somebody from the Red Sox, if I'm not mistaken, was like very vocal about it. And then I'm pretty sure they sent out a memo or something along those lines. And then you didn't hear a word
Not a
from
peep.
him. I don't know if it was Joe Kelly,
Not
but it
a
was somebody.
peep.
Like, they stopped talking
Mhm.
real quick.
Not a peep.
God, it was so crazy to watch that video of Brian Cashman pull that out of his ass out of nowhere.
tell
It makes
you,
me
before the World Series.
I
chuckle.
tell you what, though, the documentaries in 15 years.
The documentary we're gonna do.
Oh yeah,
You talking about on the cheating or
on
just
just
in-
this
I'm gonna
whole
do the
decade,
golden
this whole
age.
decade of just
Oh, yeah.
of multiple cheating scandals. The Astros run like
Yeah.
I'm gonna
there's
take
so
it to
much
every
stuff.
streaming service and be like, look, we have a 7 document series that we're gonna do. Here, you want it? Yes or no? Netflix.
I think also, like, do we take for granted the success of the Astros?
I have.
A
I,
1000%.
over the last 3 weeks, standing there doing nothing, I've
Yeah.
kind of like,
It's just been a given that we're playing baseball
Yeah.
this late in October.
yeah,
Like, I'll just use our group text our Swaddle Boys group text as an example. I didn't watch very much of the postseason after the Astros got eliminated. I would tune in when our group text would blow up.
Yeah.
Y'all would say, "Oh my god, holy fuck!" But and it would just go, and I'm like, "Dude, what happened now?"
That would get me too. Like, somebody
and then
would
I'm
say
like,
something.
"Oh," and I'm scrambling to get it up on my
I
phone.
can't wait to do that over the next
Right?
week to y'all.
Yeah.
Dude, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, like,
Yeah.
And
And then
just like the
nothing,
middle of the
yeah.
second
so the
inning.
moment
flyover.
for the Guardians when they tied the game off of who they tied off of the Yankees, and then
Yeah.
they hit the walk off.
Yeah,
Like I
no-
watched the last
Big Christmas hit that.
Yeah, Big
tank.
Christmas. That's what it was. And then the badass call by Brian Anderson on the play-by-play. And like I watched the last 3 innings of that game, but other than that, I didn't watch shit.
Yeah.
And then I like take a step back and I'm like, man, I really do wish the Astros were in this moment. Like this should be an Astros moment. This should be Alex Bregman hitting a walk-off. That should have been Yordan Alvarez hitting or like an unexpected guy. Like that should be fucking Jake Myers hitting a 2-run bomb to tie the game or something like that. Or no, you know what would have been even better? Jason Hayward this offseason or this October, this postseason.
I fully stand firm that the Astros could have beat any team that AL. They just got.
I think they have the best pitching.
Yeah.
Left.
Well, did you see the tweet I made?
This was the easiest path for the Yankees.
There
in
was
all
there
time.
was 4
Yes.
pitchers. I think it's probably, I don't know if it's changed. This was like 5 days ago before the
I did.
CSS
Yeah,
ended.
yeah.
There's 4 pitchers all postseason that went at least 5 2/3, 1 earned run or less with 9 Ks, and Hunter Brown was one of them.
The ace who was promised.
It's like our pitching was clearly
Yeah, clearly.
the best in the postseason.
We didn't even get the pitch. You say. God damn it. Okay, question.
Yeah, Kikuchi didn't even get the pitch.
This is the one
You
thing.
just pissed me off all the way
I know.
around.
What would have pissed you off?
Kikuchi didn't
Yeah,
get a pitch.
you want to be even more pissed off?
Oh,
You want to be even more pissed off? I told Garrett this. We were at Bad News on the patio, and we're just kind of going through it, and I was like, the crazy thing about Yusei is when they clinched the division against the Mariners, he didn't celebrate because he's on this like 13-hour sleep
oh, that's
regimen
right.
because
Yeah,
he had the
didn't.
next start.
That's right. Yeah.
So he didn't celebrate with the team. He went home
Yeah.
and slept.
Slept. Yeah.
So he didn't get to do a champagne shower with the Astros. And he, in his quote, he was like, I'm doing my same routine because I know we're gonna do it again. So he got robbed from even get to sharing that moment. That's what pisses me off more because we would not have been there without him, and he didn't get to celebrate. That's what. And now he's gonna be a free agent. Now he's not gonna give him a contract, which is so dumb.
I think
But
I would sign him.
I'd give him a 2-year deal.
Fuck it. Sign
Um,
him.
This is my other question, and everyone in the comments, and obviously this goes on YouTube, but are you going to watch the World Series? If you obviously you said you guys are kind of iffy or not. If you do, is it going to be on the second screen on your phone or on the big TV? That's where I start.
phone.
Phone?
Yeah.
Not going to be on big TV.
No,
No,
I'll
it's
be
probably never.
watching-
Maybe Game 7. If there's a
Mm.
Game 7, I'll sit down for that.
Yeah.
That'll be a good time. But no, it's gonna be on my phone.
Like series tied 2-2, game 5, you're still
No.
phone.
Yeah,
probably.
it'll be on my phone.
Ooh, okay. I'm a seam headed. I'm just gonna hate watch it. So
It'll be like on Saturday. I'll have on the big screen. I'll have LSU and Texas A&M football.
yeah, okay, fair. The
And-
college
and then-
football is gonna
Yeah,
be
I
college
guess
football.
Maybe like if there's a game on Tuesday and there's no other sports happening, and I'm not like into watching a movie or something, I might pull it up. But
I'll be watching.
literally, there's any other sport happening, I'm putting it on.
If there's nothing
Mm.
on Tuesday, I'll be watching Entourage.
Mm.
I'll rewatch it again for the 19th time. I don't even care. I'm not watching this series.
Mm.
I'll watch, like I said, I'll watch if there's high drama in the 7th, 8th, or 9th.
Yeah,
You know, like
that's what I'll
or if
definitely
our
watch.
group text is blowing up again and there's big
I'll watch the
moments.
highlights for sure.
Yeah.
I do not want to sit there and listen to commentary talking about
yeah,
the Dodgers and
okay.
Yankees sucking their dick. You know,
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
yeah.
Game 3, first game in New York. High of 56, low of 48.
Great baseball weather.
A great
That's
baseball
great.
weather.
I
What-
do love
64,
57,
57, 73, 62.
That's
the next 3 days.
October
Those actually
baseball when the pitcher you can see their breath
Yeah.
as they're like getting ready. Like that's good baseball.
yeah, that just screams.
Terrible.
Turtleneck.
I'm trying to think back of like World Series weeks, and obviously selfishly we've had 4. Which is crazy to say.
2 in a row.
Was there No, I'm saying like us as fans during World Series week.
Yeah.
17,
no, I just
19,
was thinking
21,
about
22.
21 and 22. Like we had
Oh,
two
yeah.
years in
Shit,
a row
we
after
did.
we started this company. Like
That is actually that is actually a good run. I don't think people either. I don't know because there's fans, Apollo fans from the New York base and the LA base that we know and just have met over the last 4 years. I strictly remember like not being able to breathe.
Yeah,
There's a lot of just like
just nervous energy.
not
You
even
talking about
that.
the
Like
weather? Or you talking about?
no, like the fans.
Uh-huh.
Like when I'm saying that, like I had so much anxiety going in the week, like of not like if, to me, Yankee fans and Dodger fans have been very just like going with the flow, and I'm like,
yeah.
wow, that's
Well, I mean,
that's cool on y'all's part because I was an anxiety away.
yeah, but they're all like
But that's
Yankees.
also surface level.
Yankees and Dodgers are also like huge Laker fans and huge Dallas Cowboy fans.
yeah,
So,
they've
like,
had they've had busy weeks.
Yeah, dude, they don't
They've
have
had
they don't
busy
have time
weeks.
to.
They've had busy weeks.
They don't have time.
Dodgers
to
lose, they'll just like believe in the 8th inning, and
Yeah,
they got the Lakers game the next day.
yeah, dude. Can you imagine? Have y'all seen the video of the fucking dork that starts the bleacher chant in right field?
Mm-mm.
You haven't
The-
seen the videos on TikTok? It's
The,
this,
like,
it's-
the
Dude, I'm
roll
telling you,
call
my
with glasses.
if it's
the
if
roll
my
call?
yeah,
if
the
my
roll call.
TikTok if my TikTok's not
Yeah, it's sad.
sad dogs and like
dogs
cooking.
and stuff like that. But he's like, he does the yo, Aaron.
Okay, so that guy in right
And
field.
dude, his claps piss me off. Just go watch it. It's gonna piss. He does claps like this.
I can't. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't.
He
want
starts
to.
it. And dude, he thinks he is like, okay, I'll give it to the Yankees. Like, if that's a tradition they've been doing for years and years and years, all right, that's pretty cool. Traditions are cool, right? But like, just from a pure hater standpoint, what a fucking dork.
You know
God,
what?
so that bleacher creature chant, whatever they call it, roll call and right field. I bet that dude, when he stands up in front of that packed ass house, he's gonna
Ugh.
be nervous as shit.
I hope his voice cracks.
So do I. Fucking.
I
hope they
have
start the
I
wave,
have
too.
Dodgers. I have Dodgers in 5.
Give me Dodgers in 4.
I have Dodgers in 5, and this is kind of where I'm at. Yankees starting pitching is better because the stars actually go 5. Their bullpen on the back 3 have been very Texas Ranger-esque, and I said this on the pod, like they could run just that the Weaver, Holmes, and forgot the other guy they've been
The
rolling
closer
out.
guy.
Holmes.
No, Weaver, Holmes, and someone else. They've been running those guys into the ground, but like, fuck it. Like if you can win a World Series, do it.
Well, there was it was a weird long break.
That's what I'm getting to. There's a whole week off that kind of gets your arms. It almost like plays in
They're
the
all fresh.
Dodgers' hand where
Yeah,
because I would want to play instantly because the Dodgers, if you look at it, because I'm like the Yankees did what they had to do. They beat Kansas City and they beat Cleveland, which it's
laughable.
one they are good teams, but 2, the Yankees have that AL Central's number. Like they're like 30-2 or whatever it is against that. So, and granted, they won in 5, and 3 of those games where they won late. I would say variance helps there,
The
right?
Astros lost to the Tigers.
To the fucking Tigers.
God damn it!
I know.
The Dodgers went to war with the Padres, toe to toe, won. Then they took the 86 Mason
Yeah.
Mets
The Dodgers
and beat
for sure had a
them.
harder path.
And now they had a week to reset and get all those arms. Like, if I was a Yankee fan, I'd be pissed for a week off. I'm like, let's get this shit going. Those arms are tired. Let's just roll and get it going.
And then you have Shohei coming in, game 6, 8th inning. You know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I did see something that didn't they say that there was a chance he could pitch in the
I think
Roberts- Roberts
Doc
keeps
said
vehemently
yeah.
denying it. He says he's like no chance whatsoever, never gonna happen.
who said this?
Dave Roberts,
Oh, Dave Roberts. Okay.
And
which tells me either it's gonna happen,
yeah, he's like
and he's just like trying to
Friedman's gonna be like, dude, no, absolutely not. We're not jeopardizing, but you're gonna go for it.
like,
but
you throw it in.
This is where I'm at too. The Dodgers, and granted, Dave Roberts has been a not
about-
a positive variable for the Dodgers over the last 5-6 years.
We're
Pulling
talking
the
about
right
Luke
decision.
Weaver, the pitcher.
I said Weaver and Holmes. I can't remember the third that they always roll out. Weaver's nasty.
Cousins, Hill, Leiter Jr.
Cousins is helping in run.
No,
Kayleen maybe.
man. Hang on, I'll find it.
But Dave Roberts has pulled the right strings.
I know,
this
and I'm like-
entire October.
So when's he gonna fuck up? Like you got to be. It's coming.
So like I'm saying Dodgers in 5, but in the back of my head I was like maybe Yankees in 6 or 7, just because Dave
Tommy
Roberts.
Whatever his name is.
Kaylee.
Kaylee.
Something like that. That's where I'm at. I'm like
When's he
Dave
gonna fuck
Roberts.
up?
Dave Roberts has kind of managed a really good
He
October.
has. I'm surprised because he usually chokes.
Yeah,
Somewhere down the line, he's gonna screw up.
and with
make a
all these
wrong
bullpen
move.
games, so and and I know Judge got carried to the World Series. Soto's insane. Stanton's been insane. Torres has been insane. I still would take the Dodgers 1-9.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
mean,
Shohei, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman,
Tommy Edman looks.
Tommy Edman. What
looks
the
like-
fuck is Tommy Edman doing?
Yeah,
Who?
when you have that
You
one
wanna
through
take-
5 and then Tommy Edwin goes off.
He
Yeah.
he monstered Arenado and Goldschmidt in St. Louis, took all their powers, and just now is
Yeah.
a beast in October.
Teoscar.
Will Smith
Yeah,
just had a
Teoscar
baby.
Hernandez.
Will Smith just had a baby, so he has dad power now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hernandez was 0 for 16 in the NLCS before that last game where he got 2 knocks. He's gonna get going.
Yeah.
Like that lineup is, and if they get the Goldilocks balls, like you said,
Oh, dude. There's 100% going to be a couple.
there's got
to
to be
every game.
There's got to be.
It'll
may s-
happen. It'll for sure happen when Shohei steps to the plate and when Aaron Judge. You know that Rob Manfred wants Aaron Judge and Shohei to have bombs every single game, both of them at the same time. But it also doesn't help that Aaron Judge couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat in the postseason. What's he hitting, like $170? This
Dude, it's.
postseason?
I will say this. We've given Stanton crap. That guy shows up in October.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Stanton shows up in October, but time and time again, and Judge hasn't. I mean, that's got to be like a real thing, right? Like, yeah, I mean, he has an opportunity to like go off in the World Series, and no one ever talks about it ever again. But man, he hits in a double play or strikes out early. Those question marks pop up a little bit more. It helps having Juan Soto though, because I do just
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
He's
That
so
guy's
consistent.
so
even when
good.
he's like Jordan, where like even
better
when he's
than-
having a bad, he's in a slump, he's still gonna walk twice in
Yeah.
the game and be okay.
I just cannot believe this is what we're talking about.
Aaron Judge in his career
208.
239.
in 239 plate appearances.
Oh my God.
He's batting 203
Oh,
with a 761 OPS. Obviously, that's 15 home runs.
yeah. How many
Uh,
strikeouts? 72.
80. Wait, how many? 239 at bats.
70 something. 71,
Um,
I
72.
don't even
80.
It's between 65 and 72.
83.
79.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot of punchies.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So
It's-
basically his strikeout percentage in October in his career is like over 35%.
Yeah.
That's fucking bad.
I
Well,
mean,
ma-
it takes just one good week though.
Yeah,
we
true.
see it.
Let me read you all this parlay, and you can tell me whether you would cash out or not.
Okay.
This guy put $50 down.
Hold on, real quick. Juan Soto 906 OPS, 280, and 168 plate appearances in the playoffs.
Jesus. All right, this guy put it on a parlay.
More hits than strikeouts.
$50. Connecticut men's basketball champion won.
They won. Hurley. Yeah.
Celtics NBA championship.
They won.
They won.
Panthers Stanley Cup.
They won.
And now he has Dodgers World Series champion and Jets Super Bowl champion.
I'm cashing
or
out.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
What's his payout? Does, he
So,
have, does he have a cash out?
It was $50 to win 1 million. Right now he could cash out at 4,300.
Oh,
yeah, take the 4 racks.
Yeah.
Oh no, because the Jets aren't going to win the Super Bowl.
Jets ain't coming
Yeah,
close.
but do you wait until the Dodgers?
That's
you try and
what
get
I
the
was-
Ooh,
Dodgers.
get more
and then
value,
cash out?
yeah.
I would probably wait.
There was one that I saw where he had Scheffler,
Oh, I saw that one.
Yankees,
Yep.
and then 2 other Celtics and someone else, and so he had 3 of the 4, and the payout he could hit the payout button for $300K right now.
Yeah. And it was the Yankees. were the other
Yankees was
one?
the last leg. I'm like, if I could push a green button for $300,000,
Cashing
Yeah.
you
out.
cash out.
Cashing out.
I think I might. The only way I would have waited till now because I was like Yankees Guardians, like they're gonna get to the World Series and that's gonna bump up a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I would cash out now because there's no
There's-
way.
If
Can you
if it-
imagine riding that much on this World Series?
I'm
I'd be
cashing out.
shitting my pants every pitch.
yeah, you would have to take a ninja loan and like find someone to give you action on the other side to just make sure you come out even. And I don't want to do that math. But if I could push a button
Yeah.
and get $300,000,
Oh my god. Yeah.
you say yeah.
Yes.
But then like you say, but
No.
the Yankees, like that's where the degenerate
No,
stuff. Someone's
yeah.
just like, oh no, we're
No,
letting it ride.
That's
No,
that's
push
an
the
amount of
button,
money
take
that
the 300
you-
racks.
that with like good investments you could be up to a million, whatever,
100%.
in like 2 years. Like,
Yeah.
you'll be all right.
Ugh.
Oh my god, I can't believe we just talked about the Yankees Dodgers World Series for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's about all I have for that. Let's talk about the offseason.
Baseball's dead.
Baseball is
How about Royals Walt? It's new
And-
Twitter stuff.
What do him and Royals? I woke up one morning and I had a follow from Royals.
I had,
Walt.
yeah.
Like what is going on?
Oh yeah.
So what do him and Roger Clemens got cooking?
No,
No, they
so-
got some kind of business opportunity.
Yeah, well, they
somewhere.
have. I think so. We've heard and we know about Clemens guy. He's just a dude that Clemens got to do his social media. He's like,
Okay.
hey, help me out. You know, what is it? Hello, fellow kids or whatever. He's like, bring me into the new age of social media. So
Yeah.
we got a guy
Okay.
to help just kind of grow his social media presence for multiple different business things. I'm sure he's working on.
Gotcha.
I think he was like, hey, Roy, hire this guy. He's literally doing the same thing.
Same
The
thing.
most generic, like, I love Houston tweets, or like, you know, who's your favorite
Yeah.
batter right now?
Let's just get Roy on the pod and we just ask him.
No, I'm down. I would love to hear that.
I
But-
think the other side is obviously I think something is cooking, but he had a good question. And it kind of brings me to when I wanted to bring to y'all today. It was like, if someone tagged us on a tweet, what obscure players in the Astros golden age that got a World Series ring like stand out to you?
Cameron Maben.
Ooh,
Nori Aoki.
you guys were kind of dialed in for that.
But we know ball, bro.
Cameron Maben. He
Cameron Maben-
stole second,
Yeah, got the taco.
got the taco.
That's
And then he also, if I'm not
seared in my
mistaken,
mind.
in one of those games, he had like a pinch hit, big time at bat that started the inning off.
He might have.
I think
I think
he
in LA,
singled and then
right?
he stole
Yeah.
and eventually scored the tying run or something like that. He did something, but yeah, Cameron Maben. They got him at the trade deadline. He played, here and there in the last part of the season and the playoffs. He played pretty well.
David Hensley.
Big walk, big time
Big
walk,
walk, yeah.
big time walk,
Biggest
Yeah.
walk of his career.
biggest walk of his career.
God, what a fall off though.
You know who I'm gonna go with? Who has a ring? Nico Goodrum.
No, Goodrum.
He batted cleanup in 2022. That one random game where we're just like,
don't we have a
we have
cleat?
cleats from him. They're the outcast cleats. But someone had tagged me. I think tagged me and Josh in it, and it was like a really
Oh,
cool
there
like
it is.
what obscure Astro
Yes, right
that got
there.
a ring.
This is Nico Goodrum's cleat. Nice cleat.
Sign.
Though. What size is that? Oh, it's my size too.
You can wear them, dude.
Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm dressed so fresh, so clean. Nice. Nico Goodrum.
Outcast.
Yeah. Signed right there. You can't even really see it, but
What else? Who else got a ring? 22. That was obscure.
Nico Goodrum. I forgot.
Anoli Paredes got a ring. Wow.
Holy cannoli.
He threw 3 innings.
He threw 3 innings in 2022.
Blake Taylor,
Yeah.
16 innings pitched. He got a ring in 22. That's got to be so like that Taylor Trammell effect. Like he was on the Yankees and Dodgers this year. He gets a ring no matter what.
Ring regardless. Yeah.
That's got to be so awesome, dude. Like you don't have to play. You're not even playing. You're not even on any active roster,
Yeah.
and you get a World Series ring for the rest of your life. Your Wikipedia paid. You can go back to the town you were raised in and charge $100 an hour to flip some BP from a World Series champion for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And people will keep going.
I got a name for you.
Okay.
Dean Dietz.
Deets.
He had through
I was about to say
3.1 innings pitched in his major league career.
and all 3 were in 22.
Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong. Never mind. I was on 2018. That's my bad.
You know who got 1 plate appearance in 2022 and gets a World Series ring?
Who?
In the whole season?
1 plate appearance in 2022.
Fuck.
He was 0 for 1.
I didn't know.
Taylor Jones,
Taylor
about
Jones.
Taylor
World
Jones.
Series champion.
That's
Taylor
right.
Jones.
Bro, there's so many in 2017. Let me rattle off some names to you.
Tyler Clippard.
Tyler Clippard,
In 17, got
him
a
at
got a
the-
ring.
Got him at the trade deadline.
Dion Diaz.
Francisco Liriano. I don't
Yeah,
even
we
think
know
he
him.
pitched in the
Yeah.
postseason. That
Yeah, he did. He pitched. I think he threw like a third.
God dang.
In I think it was like game 5. I think he's a winning pitcher. He won. He's a winning pitcher in a game. I think. Hold on.
Luke Gregerson.
Yeah.
USA baseball
Dude, yeah.
legend.
Closer.
World
Closer, dude.
Baseball
That's not a
Classic.
He was a
cut.
closer, dog.
Yeah.
Let me give you one here. Jordan Janikowski,
Wow.
Asher Tolliver, Diane Diaz, Jandel Gustave, David Paulino, Ramin Gudon. All these people have World Series rings.
Wow.
And we don't.
Jordan Janikowski
Hey.
pitched 4.1 innings pitched in 2017.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously you have it up. Do you know who is the winning pitcher in Game 5 of 2017?
Game 5. Who threw like the 13th inning?
10th inning, but
The what?
it was the 10th inning. But yeah, it felt like the 13th.
Chris Davinsky.
Was it only 10 innings that
It was
game?
only 10 innings.
Was
It was
it?
a five. It was a 5.5 hour game and only went 10 innings.
Was it Davinsky?
Wasn't Davinsky. Davinsky won game.
It would have
3.
been.
Excuse me. Davinsky is a winning pitcher in Game 2.
Was it? This is 2017?
2017 Game 5, the 13-12 game. Who won Game 5?
Would it have been? Was it Sip?
Tony Sip.
It was Joe Musgrove.
Oh, what?
Joe Musgrove is 1-0 in
pitched
the
the
World
top of the
Series.
10?
He pitched the top of the tip.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy. Did he allow any runs?
No.
No.
He was like the only clean inning that whole
Yeah.
game.
Joe Musgrove,
So the
World
reason
Series
the
champion.
reason I brought up Royo was because him and a couple other guys just randomly tweeted resign Bregman.
There's a ground game going.
There's some like campaigning going
There's some
on
ground game shit.
behind the scenes there.
Don't they have exclusive rights to negotiate with him once the season ends?
They've had
No, yeah,
They've
once
had
until the World Series
5
ends,
days after the
it's
World
all-
Series.
yeah,
ends.
it's all them right now. Once the World Series ends, or like a day or two later, free agency officially starts,
Huh.
and he's open market.
I think it's something to note that we haven't heard a number. We haven't heard
It's kind of
years.
crazy. It's
We
kind of
haven't heard
crazy that
anything.
y'all sources haven't.
I haven't heard.
I haven't
shit.
heard Jack.
I know
heard a
it's like
thing.
very.
shit.
Is everybody just on vacation, or what
But
are we
even
doing?
even from Chandler Rome, Brian McTaggart, like nobody has said anything about it. Nothing whatsoever.
It either means like they're actually working on shit, or there's no conversation.
Who do you
happening.
think breaks the news?
You,
No, it won't be.
Michael Schwab?
I think it's going to be. It's got to be a big national guy.
It's probably gonna be Ken.
No,
No,
it'll be.
it's gonna
Jeff.
be-
It'll be. What's his name? What's the guy's name?
The
in
other
LA?
guy.
Bob Nightingale.
It's gonna be not.
He
It's gonna be
bumped
not.
me. He'll tweet it out.
I think
Alex
Bo-
Bergman.
Yeah,
fucking-
he will be.
I
It'll be
think.
Alex Bergman.
I think it'll be
It'll
Nightingale.
be Nightingale.
I think it'll be
I
Nightingale.
want to say him and I think he's.
Boris has been
I
giving
think,
him.
yeah, Boris,
Boris
gives
been
him
giving
little
Oh
him
hints
no,
in there.
Boris and fucking Heyman are.
Oh,
Heyman
okay.
broke.
Heyman.
Heyman originally broke the arson judge. Fucking.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen? Heyman's gonna have the mysterious third team tweet. Nightingale's gonna actually break it.
Break the news.
But I
Yeah.
think Heyman gets the Soto scoop.
Oh yeah.
I think.
see that.
I think
Who is Soto's agent?
Boris.
Is it Boris? Okay.
That's why I don't think Bregman goes anywhere. I mean, do you try to like go before Soto or do you go after Soto? Because like if there's 4 teams allocating 600
I
million.
think that's a.
You know what I
that's
mean?
Really true that he probably won't go to. If
Till
he
I-
hits the open market, he won't go to after Soto.
Right,
Because
that's what I'm
teams-
saying.
Teams will consolation prize. They have all this money set aside for Soto. They don't get him.
Correct.
That goes. Some of that goes to Bregman.
kind of like Correa, like it went Judge then Correa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even though there's different positions, it's still like if you're gonna get one superstar this offseason,
Damn,
you
that's
don't get Soto. It's gonna be
crazy.
Bregman. Who was the other big names on free agency? Them two.
I saw some. Was it last night or this morning?
I don't know, Chip.
Nolan Arenado is going to be traded.
I think that
The whole- I've
Cardinals
seen-
would be smart to blow it up.
I've
Their
seen
whole
this
thing failed.
Goldschmidt and Arenado nonsense to Houston, and
Wait,
I
people are
will-
actually saying that?
Yes, people are
yes,
saying
dude,
that.
and if that
I
happened,
don't know. Gene is Gene here. Gene?
oh, I just you can't go old. The
No.
Astros need power in the lineup. When you're looking, if you can objectively as a fan look at the World Series teams from the American League and National League, and then you take our 1 through 9, I'd be like, I'll take 4 guys from the Houston Astros.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be saying that. I shouldn't be saying that. In 22, there were 7 guys I took over the Phillies 9 guys.
Yeah.
And every single year. This year only, I'm like 4. Like there needs to be pop in this lineup, and if there's not pop in the lineup, we're gonna be sitting here again this time next year, being like with our dicks in the hand, be like, "What are we doing?" Because I don't know. I just think when you have a lineup 1 through 9 that can just hit the shit out of the ball, then
Instant reaction if I just read a tweet that said Pete Alonso to the Astros. First reaction.
Well, there's your over 900 OPS guy at first base.
hell yeah, brother.
Okay. That's mine too. I feel like a lot of people are like I don't know if I would advocate for it or campaign for it, but if it
okay.
happened,
Oh, if it happened,
I'd be
pumped.
happy. I think the Astros need a popper. They have contact guys. They have the Astros' whole issue this past season was they kept getting guys on base, but then nobody could fucking drive them in.
They had 1 extra base hit against the Tigers.
Yeah,
In the wild
they
card.
get guys with contact. They get guys who can walk and get on base, and then they just couldn't get that big hit. Give me a guy that can get the big hit. Give me Pete Alonso and Anthony Santander, and I'm happy.
Oh
I-
yeah,
I personally think there's a
talk
disconnect.
dirty to me, dude.
I personally think there's a disconnect between the hitters and the hitting coaches.
I don't think so.
I don't know
I
because
don't-
just because the same coaching coaches won the World Series with
You
them. Like,
agreed with me on this right when they got eliminated. I have it in the
I-
text.
I don't know if there's a disconnect
I don't-
personality wise, but I do think there's a philosophy issue that needs to they need to maybe go back to the drawing board and rework.
Well,
some-
Snitker and
They're
Sinton
back.
are
I don't
back,
think there's
so-
a hitting coach issue. I think there's an approach issue.
yeah,
I think there's a hey, we drew this plan up. This is what we're going for. It didn't work. Like, I don't see how we can roll it out again.
I think this is like a off season where if you're in football and you needed to rework the entire playbook.
Yeah.
You need to go into the lab in the off season and look at your processes and see, oh, this process is working, but this process isn't. Let's figure that out.
I think there's something going on.
I think
yeah.
this is the first time, and this is the first time going into a season I'm very not optimistic in. I think the 2025 Houston Astros are going to win the ALS. I don't think right now the 2025 Houston Astros can say they're going to be World Series contenders. I think they have the pitching to do it. There's just a lot of question marks on the offense, but I am more positive for 2026 and 2027 than I am in 25. Just because of the money that's allocated, a lot of dead
money.
contracts. I don't know if Crane's going to pay the tax. He should. He's a billionaire. I'm not going to tell him how he's going to spend his millions. I'd be pissed if I had to write a check for just a tax, millions of dollars. But when all that money's opened up and you can actually make moves and do shit, that's why I'm very positive. And they had the pitching lined up for those years. And obviously you have Jordan and Altuve. Obviously you have to make the decision with Tucker. It's just this next year just feels like going into it right now, it just feels like a very stale, very just
Well, they're gonna have.
man, is that milk good to drink?
Yeah,
And you're
they're-
just
they're gonna have plenty of pitching. That's for
yeah.
sure. But the question marks this offseason will be, one, if Bregman doesn't come back, then who's playing third base? Who's playing first base?
playing first.
You're still going to have issues in center field offensively. That's 3 massive holes offensively.
Pause.
Okay, pause. Pause.
Major
Pause.
there, yeah.
Okay, how about this? You sign Alex Bregman, but no one else. Or you get Santander and or that Christian Walker tier, that 34-year-old first baseman, the 33-year-old first baseman.
If you're going to go get a 34-year-old first baseman, you might as well just go get Paul Goldschmidt at 35 or however old he is.
He's 37.
Is he really?
He's
I thought he was
old,
my
dude.
age.
Oh, Goldie's older than you, I think.
I think he's at least about to turn
37. Yeah. He's,
Never mind.
he'll be 38 next year.
Yeah, he'll be 30, playing in 38 age. Eesh. I would rather just sign Bregman. I think it's easier with trades or with prospects it's easier to fill the hole of needing more offense than it is to fill the hole of a great defensive third baseman that brings all the leadership that Bregman brings to your team. I'd rather do that. Now, if you're saying Pete Alonso and Anthony Santander and like maybe also Kikuchi,
Oh yeah, if you give me a
you
3
can-
for
you
one.
can do like round out those, and then yeah.
You
but-
know who's a very interesting, and I don't think it's going to line up. Gleyber Torres is a very interesting free agent. Yes, he plays second.
I was say, does he play third
I
at all?
think you can cross trade him there. It's only
I don't know
27.
what his arm is like.
It's a name that just.
Interesting.
You're also going to be at a
He
weird.
does pull that ball to left field. Really
You're going to be
well.
at a weird spot too. With man, I hate saying this on the internet because I was like, there's going to be a shift when Altuve is your DH.
Sure. Maybe.
So is there? I mean, is there a succession plan for who plays second base?
Bryce Matthews.
Yeah.
I mean, Altuve is always going to be in the lineup day in and day out, but
Yeah.
there's going to be coming time where it's like Miggy, where it's like 50% at first and 50% DH. That it surely shifts to this full time DH.
Interesting mistakes this year. All right, boys.
Interesting.
We're gonna do plenty of off-season podcasts. We can dive
I think
into
you just
this.
gotta give
we're getting
Bregman
in the
a
weeds a little bit.
contract. I don't think there's ever been a tailor-made Houston Astro outside of Jose Altuve than Alex Bregman.
I agree.
Like it's weird seeing Springer in a Toronto jersey.
Yeah.
It's weird seeing Correa in a Twins jersey. It's weird seeing Cole in stripes. It's weird seeing Uncle Chuck in Rays and Brave stuff.
I think Bregman. Yeah, like I said, outside of Altuve,
I think
would
it'd
be
be
the worst.
disgusting to see Breggs in another uniform.
Yeah.
Like the other stuff's like weird. I'm like, okay, I get it. Like there was a semblance of a plan, or there was a semblance of like
They can go on without.
you
him,
can make moves.
Yeah. You
There's
can
not.
adjust. There's not.
There's not. And I don't know if it's a Astros obviously there's gonna both sides are like kind of positioning themselves, right? There's
Mhm.
not Boris can go to the Astros. Like, you guys don't have a plan. Like for Cole, you had Framber. For Springer, you had 7 guys that eventually played through center field and through the aggregate made it work. Correa to Pena. Like you had all these, you don't now. Like you're at a table where Boris and Breggs have all the leverage.
Oh, right. And
Is-
also, I think there's some. I'm trying to think of the word. I guess arrogance, maybe, from the top. Where hey, we didn't sign
Oh, for sure.
Correa.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't sign
Yeah.
Springer. Hey,
I
we
mean,
didn't sign
they haven't
Cole,
been proven,
and we've
wrong.
just continued to roll
Yeah.
and roll and roll. If we don't sign Bregman, we'll be fine. Will you be fine though?
Don't.
I mean, I think this wild card was a perfect example. He was one. I mean, I think he was the best
He
hitter
was.
on the
He
Astros.
was.
This wild
He
card.
was
If
the
he
best
wasn't in
hitter.
there, like
oh my god, it would have been ugly.
even worse. I kind of almost don't even want to bring this up, but is there a situation where Crane is kind of resting on the laurels? This run was great. I want to put money into building all the stuff around Minute Maid Park. I want to kind of soft rebuild, like save some money for a couple years, gear up for building all the stuff around Minute Maid Park, and be ready for a bigger run at the end of the 2020s.
The Red Sox method.
So you mean
Yes,
where we
it's
see a couple of down
post-
years?
Post
There's a couple down years. He stopped spending as much money to save money to build all the stuff, so that when they go on the next run, he has all this money making shit
Yeah.
to happen.
But who's the next run? Like, who's going to be the next crop of players?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I'm just
Bryce
saying,
Matthews?
like, is he just expect like? Is that?
I don't know.
Is that his? He'll never admit that type of thing publicly. Obviously, he's gonna. I think no matter what, every year he's going to be like, oh, we're putting money in, whatever.
So-
but
I thought the ballpark village type thing
Yeah.
outside around the ballpark. I thought that was supposed to be starting under construction like this past summer, and it hasn't happened. Then you also got to think about what they're about to do in
Edo,
Edo. He's
yeah.
downtown. They're about to do that construction project is going to be a fucking nightmare.
oh yeah,
It is
I mean,
going to be
for the next
awful.
20 years.
For the next 20 years.
I
It's gonna be
think
fucked.
10, 15 years from now,
You know what's going
Everything
under?
around Minute
It's
Maid Park
going
is
under the
under.
ground.
It's going under.
Yeah.
They're making under.
they're doing like they did in Boston.
for a city that floods after 2 inches of rain
Yeah,
on a
it's-
random day.
It's interesting choice.
It's crazy. Just keep putting more concrete on swamp ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, I almost wonder do you think we could ever see Jim Crane sell?
No, not now. Not anytime soon.
I was under. That thought was in my mind this time last year, but I just
If he's really committing all this stuff to the ballpark, I don't
Well, that's
think.
what I'm saying. Like, why hasn't
I don't think
why
you
hasn't it
give
started
that
yet? I thought it was
Altuve.
supposed
I don't think you give the Altuve contract if you're
You're gonna sell.
gonna sell.
Yeah.
I think it's probably just
Sell
not happening
now.
because of red tape. I think it's just too much property
Yeah.
deeds and red tape and shit. They're like trying to secure a bunch of shit before they start. Because
The
you want to start
construction.
building half of it, and you still don't have the property deed to the other half. I think no matter what, enjoy what downtown looks like now because
Yeah.
15 years from now, around and hopefully it's for the better,
Hopefully,
but it's gonna look completely different around Minute Maid Park.
I mean, yeah. I'll actually we'll end it with this, and there's something I want to do next year. It'll be kind of a bit, but I saw someone at the Astros game wearing a Luke Scott jersey, and I was like, that guy knows ball. So I almost want to get, as we have one right here, I want to like create a shirt and like when we go to the games, like give it out to someone that's wearing like a pretty cool jersey,
Yeah.
like, oh, you know ball. Like an indicator if you're like, I was at the park yesterday and someone was wearing an orange Bill Astros hat, I was like, that person knows ball. Like to buy an orange Bill
Yeah.
hat, like what's an indicator
Ball-
for
ball
you?
knower
Like a ball
certificate.
a ball knower. Pause.
Like
Like when you're at a game or you're watching a game.
anybody keeping score?
Ooh.
Anybody keeping score?
What about the radio? What about a radio? With
radio?
the-
A
a
radio. You see an
radio.
old dude with like a radio, in
Radio,
the ear,
yeah.
The
keeping
ball
score?
knower?
He is
Yeah.
a ball knower.
Ball
yeah,
knower.
for
for
sure.
sure. I think it's the jersey for me.
Mm.
Honestly, I think
Yeah,
that's,
an old-
that's for
old-
me. And like not
Not like
obscure-
not like a throw. Like
No, man, I'm talking like, dude, if you see somebody wearing a fucking Ken Caminiti jersey,
ooh,
like,
ball knower.
you remember like when he was here dominating third base. Like,
So
you remember that.
scorekeeper.
Not like like you said, not the Michelin-esque throwback
Yeah,
jersey
like-
that you can just go buy in the store.
right.
I'm talking like,
Yeah,
You gotta
had
put some
one.
effort
yeah,
in to
put some
get it.
effort. Or even, dude, who did I see? Damn it, at the gym the other day. You know
You work
the
out?
shirt jerseys they give out, right? It was a very obscure one from like the Brick Red days. God, I
Ooh.
forgot who it was, but it was the most random name, and I'm like, it was an older dude. I'm like, that guy was there when the Astros sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That dude was going, and he got him a shirt jersey from one of those giveaways when there was 10,000 people in the stands, if that. But I can't remember who the player was. It might have been a Morgan Ensberg jersey, which really isn't that obscure at all. In my
Still
opinion,
a solid. It's a solid
still-
get.
yeah,
like
it
a
was
fine
a,
one.
a random one, and I'm like, damn, that guy
yeah.
was through the mud when the Astros were terrible.
I think if you rock like a tequila sunrise, but it's not like a Instagram fit, like you're just
Yeah.
rocking it just
Yeah.
to rock it, I think you're a ball knower. I'm trying
Yeah.
to think.
Uh,
The scorekeeping one's good. Like that,
Yeah,
you know,
that
ball.
with the radio headset.
yeah.
fly ball to center field. They're not jumping up.
Ooh.
yeah.
That eliminates 95% of the people in the
Yeah.
park.
It's just not like just a can of corn and they're going, oh my god! yeah, like,
Yeah,
trying to-
people that don't participate in the wave,
Ball
Mm.
knower.
ball knower.
You know who knows ball? When they know how to manipulate like where to get their drinks in the
Oh,
stadium.
yeah.
If you know how to manipulate the ballpark lines,
yeah,
whether
Right.
it's chicken tenders, a Coke, or
Yeah.
an alcoholic drink.
restrooms too.
Ooh,
for
restrooms.
sure,
No
yeah.
one when
If
to
you
go.
know, ooh, ball knower.
Yeah.
We can make that
It's
just
a
a
good, it's a
bit.
good list.
Yeah, it's a good list.
Yeah.
We'll make that into something. But yeah, I just saw a guy at the park the other day or yesterday wearing the orange bill. I was like, let's give him a little head nod. I was like, the guy knows ball.
You were at the
We can
ballpark
start
yesterday?
handing out.
I went to the park in Vintage. There's like a park right there.
in Vintage.
Vintage Park, 249.
Oh, you said
like-
ballpark.
I meant to say park, like an actual
Oh,
park. Like
yeah, I thought you
there's
were
like a
talking about
2-mile
ballpark.
track
I
there.
got you,
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
We can make a ball knower certificate.
Mm.
things
Like frame
hand
it.
them out. And they're
a
like,
little
ball
star.
knower.
Yeah.
Sir, you know balls.
You know
Ma'am,
ball, yeah,
you know
there you go.
balls.
certificate certified by Dr. Ball.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's how the sauce happens.
I went back and watched the videos of Dr. Ball and Dr. Wherewithal.
Those are the best.
They're so
They're so
fun,
good.
dude.
They're so good.
We kind of went away from that. We need to get back to our roots, fellas.
Go back to skits.
Yeah, got to go back to skids.
Go back to
we got any
skits.
shirts on the
We
way?
got a
or
long
no?
off season.
We got we got plenty of time.
Yeah.
We need to get some new shirts
H-Town versus
made,
the off season.
You know, H-Town versus the off season. That's cold, dude. That's cold.
If we're not making the joke, someone else will.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Josh, who do you have in the World Series?
Dodgers in 6.
Des, didn't you say
Dodgers in 5.
I'm calling Dodgers in 4. I know it probably won't happen, but I just think it'll be Dodgers in 6. I want Dodgers in 4 though. Fuck the
It's
Yankees.
Dodgers in 5 or Yankees in 7.
Ugh.
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 God.
This
I don't even want to watch baseball next year if that
Oh.
happens. Like,
You know,
It'll be insufferable.
if this is the closest, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. No, I just want to thank our sponsors, Big C Wings,
Good
East's
segue.
Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint, Kobe Stevens, their golf tournament. Do you have the details? You have it?
November 11th. Head over to birdease.com/Kobe Stevens. BIRDEASE.com/Kobe Stevens.
Birdie's nuts.
That's
No, not that. We'll be out there.
yeah, November 11th.
We'll be
out
we'll
there.
be golfing at
Northgate Country
Northgate.
Club.
Yes.
Hopefully they let Des in.
Well, let's hope. haven't been allowed in my entire life. So shout out to 1960. Also shout out to Quick Assist. We can list all your tickets at one spot. Your Houston Rockets tickets, your Texan tickets, and then also Ride Alto, Ride Share. Use those codes. We'll have them in the descriptions. And also, if you're here, new wrestling pod coming out on Monday.
Let's go.
Huge
Wrestling.
100,000 views on Instagram from the clip. Basketball, the Rockets boys I think they just dropped their pod today about the opening night choke loss, and then the Texans, our boys dropped their pod, I believe, last night at midnight
Yeah.
to preview the Colts game on Sunday. So all on the YouTube channel.
Yep.
So subscribe.
Plenty of Houston content coming. Even though the Astros are out, we're still.
The boys
churning
are
it out.
doing some work. But yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank
All
you
right.
for watching and listening to Beyond the Helmet podcast. We got a long off season ahead of us.
Mm.
Hey, there's a good football game tonight. Boise State, UNLV,
Yeah.
pretty
Look
much
for-
playing for a playoff spot.
Yep, playing for the Heisman too.
Playing for the
Genty.
Ashton getting out there.
Ashton Genty, running back.
Dude,
Took his over
stud.
191.
The
100.
running back,
His
y'all.
line is 191
You know,
rushing
I took
yards.
it 187 the other day and he hit.
The running back, y'all.
Frisco kid.
Is he?
Yeah, he was a 3-star. His top offer coming out of college, Kansas. Ended up going to Boise.
And now
All right,
he's
everybody. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Fuck the Yankees.
Fuck baseball.
Like, fuck Brian Cashman too.
Ugh.
Baseball's dead.
Baseball's over.